Question 3. Expand and simplify the following pair of double brackets. So when we're multiplying out double brackets, we're going to make sure that everything in one bracket multiplies everything in the other. So in other words, either end of each of those colored curves, we're going to be multiplying those two values together. So the blue one is going to be start off with the red one. It's going to be an m times m for m squared. The blue one is an m times 5 for 5m, positive 5m. We then have a negative 8 times m for a negative 8m. It doesn't technically matter what order you're doing it, but the reason why I do this is for the next step. A negative 8 times 5 at the end for negative 40. What we're left with then is that these two terms in the middle can be simplified, they can be collected, which plus 5m take away 8m will give us a negative 3m. So our final answer is m squared, take away 3m, take away 40. Part B, factorize fully 5y plus 20y squared. We have only two terms and they have something in common, so we're going to factorize by highest common factor. So the largest thing that both of these can be divided by. We start off by looking at the numbers, 5 and 20. We can get a 5 out of there. And then the y and the y squared can both be divided by y. So 5y is our highest common factor. And what's going to be left in the brackets, if we do 5y divided by 5y, we're left with 1. And if we do 20y squared divided by 5y, we're going to be left with a positive 4y. Part C, simplify p squared plus 3 to the power of 0. Well, anything to the power of 0 is 1. And there's nothing more to do there. Part D, solve the following equation. Lots of steps to this. The first I would recommend, it doesn't really matter actually, the first thing that jumps out at me is to expand those brackets. 3 times 2x giving us 6x, and a 3 times negative 5 giving us a negative 15. The next thing we want to deal with is that fraction. We do not want fractions inside equations if it can be avoided, so we're going to multiply both sides by 2 in order to make that over 2 disappear. So we'll have a 9 take away x on the right hand side, because that fraction is now gone. And on the left hand side, we've got to make sure that we double both terms here, the 6x becoming 12x, and the negative 15 becoming negative 30. From there, we have a couple of steps to go. First thing we want to do is get our x's on the same side. There are more x's on the left compared to the right, so I want to make the x's on the right hand side disappear. Adding x to both sides will make that happen. I'll take this over to the left now. So we get 13x, take away 30, equals 9. We're then going to add 30 to both sides as part of trying to get the x by itself. You could, if you want, do this step to the next one in one go. You could add x to both sides and add 30 to both sides at the same time. As long as you're clear with your workings, you'll be okay, giving us that. And then divide both sides by 13. Gives us x equals 3. Done.